Hello everyone, and welcome to part 11, and hopefully the last part, because my throat hurts, of my vlog on art and writing. And like I said in the last two parts, if you steal my original story, my lawyers will make you sorry. Very, very sorry. Yeah, just so you know. I will kill you if you steal it. And I have tons of closet space, so make my day. Yeah, enough fooling aside, stealing other people's ideas is very rude, very bad, and don't do it. Make your own work. It's well worth all the trouble you put into it if it's your own. It pays off way more than stealing someone else's joke with someone else's story, which will get you sued for every last penny you own. So yeah, back to the story. Next we have, we were at the character section, so next we have Rahim Saul Habib. Rahim is the main protagonist of my story. After escaping his kidnappers and mistakenly getting on board of a shuttle instead of a plane, he ends up in the colonies. Rahim becomes witness of the struggle between the Earth humans and the colony's superhumans. Rahim, at age 12, is the son of a wealthy businessman. At his young age, he is quite intelligent, and his father had paid people to keep the boy entertained, but ended up hiring the wrong kind of teachers who kidnapped his son, instead of teaching him things. Rahim later learns that EPA, in an attempt to hide the existence of the colonies, had gone and shown his father the charred remains of a body and the forced autopsy papers in an attempt to cover up that Rahim was actually still alive, just not on the planet. Rahim also bears witness to the internal struggles of several superhumans that he meets while he travels with Eren through the colonies and several others. While he makes lasting friends in young Hiro Soma and his dual identity Serafina Soma, which we will talk about later, Jiang Tao, the sassy Chinese restaurant owner who sometimes helps Eren out, as well as Max, Eren's bodyguard, and Mira, the sarcastic devil may care super bitch, as Yuri named her, and Eren as well. He also meets Dr. Ardal, the son of the Earth's High Prime Minister of Global Affairs, and the Next we have Max Nuada. Max Nuada is 23 years of age and is Eren's bodyguard. He has been trained his whole life for it, as he is from a family that has endurance as its best genetic trait. Max was chosen not only for this, but also because he has a high reaction speed and superior tactical insight. With a body trained to be strong, fast, and agile, and a brilliant mind and incredible stamina, Max makes one hell of a bodyguard. Secretly, Max seems to be in love with Eren, but he refuses to acknowledge this, as it might become a liability to his leader and friend. And as such, he keeps... I already said that. Max is diligent and devoted to his cause. He would give up his own life if he could protect Eren with that. Yeah, had to answer a friend real quick. Sorry. So yeah, he doesn't want his feelings for Eren to become a liability to Eren, so he keeps his feelings hidden. Max is diligent and devoted to his cause. He would give up his own life. I just said that. Eren, to protect Eren, and at the same time, he's a very kind and warm person. Eren struggles too much between his two personalities to notice Max. Yeah, Eren also suffers between two personalities, being that she's Eren, the leader of the colonists, and Eren, the young girl who never got to be a child. But Rahim has seen signs that Eren likes Max as more than just a friend. Eren seems to enjoy making Max wear different kinds of outfits, and once even persuaded him to wear a Lolita-style dress for the sake of his mission. This was really just for Eren's pleasure, though, which shows us the childlike side of Eren, and did not, in fact, help Max protect Eren any better. But it will serve to make a lot of people laugh if they actually read my book, I hope. Anyway, it isn't until near the end that Max and Eren get to explore their budding love that is growing between them. Then there is Hiro Soma. Hiro is 11, 1 year younger than our protagonist, Rahim, and is a bit special, a bit of a special case, because his colony Tiga, the third colony, is one of the first that tried to go back down to the Earth's surface and found themselves being shot at. He and his parents and sister were on one of the first 2 shuttles headed for Earth. Hiro's sister was one of the ones who was killed upon their arrival, and Hiro's parents were very grief-stricken, and in their grief told Hiro in no uncertain terms that they wished that he'd been killed and not his elder sister. Hiro cannot cope with his own grief and all this guilt of knowing that he lived when his sister didn't, and grows a dual personality. It's not quite a multiple personality, as he is aware of his other self. He tells anyone who asks that it is his sister's soul that lives inside him, and that she is not gone. Hiro's parents die in a car crash not long after this. Hiro was taken in by an orphanage where they train these young orphan superhuman children to be the best they can be. Hiro is still 2 people in one body, for lack of better explanation, when he meets Rahim. On the one hand, he is Hiro, the half-Japanese, half-German boy, who is very shy and withdrawn. And on the other hand, he is Serafina, or Sarah for short, the confident, outgoing girl, and that Hiro's sister used to be. Yeah, a bit of a special case. Rahim sorta likes him, isn't sure really how he exactly feels, and I'm still exploring that a bit. They're still children, so there's no need to go into that too deeply. Jian Tao. Jian Tao is 19 years old, owns a small restaurant in the suburbs of the Empath colony. This is the 4th colony. She's also an assassin. She works for Eren and takes care of anyone who tries to harm him or the colonies. Jian is usually called during a meteor shower season, when meteors come falling toward the Earth, and she has to use her expert marksmanship to help protect the colonies against the larger rocks that the protective outer layer of the colonies cannot destroy or rebound or whatever. Jian's family are direct descendants of one of the first superhumans that had been made to be skilled at infiltration and marksmanship. Jian's family is also known as secret keepers of the colonies, because they are tasked with making sure that nothing will ever harm the colonies, and because they are the only family who knows everything on and about the colonies. Jian also knows that the Council of Elders lied to Eren, but her family's status makes that she is not allowed to mention this. The rest of the characters is Dagda Ardal. Dagda is the son of the High Prime Minister of Global Affairs. He is 19 years and he is bored. He's a bored and lonely young man with a dislike for violence and war. He understands, though, that sometimes one must fight to protect the ones you care about. Dagda will become a victim of the power struggle between Earth-bound humans and colony humans, and he will end up getting kidnapped by the colony elders, who try to let Eren take the fall so that they can take over the colonies and begin producing warfare weapons for the leaders of Earth. Rahim and Dagda meet each other while Dagda is being held captive. Max and Mira and Jung and Hiro were asked to save Rahim and end up taking Dagda along as well. I'll close my door a moment. Ignore that. There we go. Dagda finds he has a strong connection of friendship with Eren and agrees with the other boys' views. Eventually, he becomes the ambassador between the colonies and the Earthbound humans and helps set up negotiations between the leaders of both the colonies and the Earth. Later, he takes over for his father, and when the colonies become in danger by the destruction by large chunks of meteor, he sends the okay for the colony inhabitants to be transporting themselves to Earth so that they'll survive. He helps Max organize an armed force to deal with the falling meteors, and in return for helping the colonists helping protect the Earth against these falling meteorites, he sets up a document that allows them to live as equal humans on Earth and be settled in houses and given to them by the state, along with an income until they can provide for themselves again. The colonists declined this and merely asked for a plot of land for them to settle themselves on. Dagda later marries Jian and they have 4 children. Now I need to see what time it is at. We're at 11. Holy crap, I'm gonna need a 12th one, I think. I hope not. So now we've had that. Yeah, I made a setup with basically what I want to happen, like Rahim getting chased by the man who tried to kidnap him and ending up in the spacecraft, and in the shuttle, Rahim being taken to a huge structure, and Rahim luckily being found by the owners of the shuttle, and the decision is made to bring them with him, meeting Myra Magdenhild, and receiving much kindness on the colonies and beginning to learn about them from Dr. Mira, who happens to be Yori's wife, meeting Eren, the council, Max threatening him. I just put up any thought that came to mind, any idea that I wanted. I'm not gonna share all that with you, so tough luck for you, because I don't have the time. I will publishing up the setup part 2. This is author's thoughts and details on publishing. I would like for this to be at least a 3-book series. And in book 1, I'd like book 1 to be about Rahim going to space and meeting all the characters that will play a big part in his life and the story, as well as give the readers an understanding of the going-ons in the colonies and in this world. I'd like chapter 1 to begin with the narrative by Rahim on how the current leaders, this is the prologue on how the current leaders kept everything quiet about what happened, and I plan to intend for it to end at the part of the story where Rahim meets Dagda after Dagda is kidnapped, and convinces Eren not to harm Dagda but have him be an example. And not to have Dagda harmed or have him be an example for the people of Earth not to mess with them, but to teach him about the colonies and use his presence as a reason not to attack the colonies but negotiate. I'm also thinking of having the last scene be one where Rahim's father is falsely being accused of treason and being killed before Rahim's eyes while Rahim is still on the colonies and unable to do anything about it. I want the first book to show the strenuous existence between the people of the colonies and the people of Earth, and how the highest leaders on both ends are manipulated by those who should have the best interests of the people in mind, but only care about profits on one side and keeping away from the destructions on the other. I want book 2 to be the conclusion, sort of, where Rahim plays a more active role than just spectator. Dagda and he talk about a lot while the elders have them locked away. John and Yori come to later freedom and realize that the elders have been effectively removing 2 people who might form the bridge to Earth. The colony elders are afraid of that their people will become tainted with greed and hunger for power. took up a shit amount of time. So yeah, shortly they realize the Earth, that the colonies and the Earth are both in danger, and this will be where things come together in book 3. I want book 3 to be more about how the people migrate back to Earth and how the struggle between that goes, and that is about it. So I'll see you next time when I talk about something else in my vlogs. Finally, bye bye!